Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been literally like a month since I've uploaded a video to YouTube. It's been a while. Just a little update. If you want to just skip forward to the makeup tutorial, go right ahead. I'm going to list it right here at what time you can go ahead and skip to the makeup portion of the video, the makeup tutorial portion. For the most part, if you are here just to see what I've been up to and why I haven't uploaded in a month, I'm about to tell you. So pretty much I was going through a couple job changes with employment. My last job I had quit. I wasn't happy there anymore, so I decided to quit after being there for 2 years. And then from there, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I had applied at a couple places. I just still wanted to stay somewhere within the makeup industry. So I applied at MAC, I applied at Sephora, and then I had a couple other places that I had applied to. I applied at so many places. I applied at NYX. I applied like so many places. I just needed a job. So I got hired by Sephora, and I did not work at Sephora for a second. I didn't even go to the training. It just took them about 3 weeks to finally get back to me, and I said, no way, Jose. If it took me that long, like, I was literally 3 weeks without a job, and it was just too intense to handle. I just didn't want to be home anymore. I was like, I need a job. Like, I felt like I wasn't doing the most, you know? And so then during that process of waiting for Sephora, I got a phone call back from MAC, and they wanted me to do a makeup interview, or like an in-person interview for a freelance position or a beauty on-call. It's a MAC inside Nordstrom, so they call it a beauty on-call position. So I interviewed, I did like an in-person interview, and then I had my makeup interview, and it all went well, and then it took about a week to 2 weeks for them to finally get back to me, and I got the job. So I am now working at MAC, and I'm so excited because MAC has always been somewhere that I wanted to be, but just didn't really necessarily know how to get into. And I feel like I've been doing a lot better with my makeup artistry skills, and if you guys are okay with it, I'm sure you're tired of seeing my face, so I do want to be doing like client makeup tutorials, like makeup application on other people, and I can give you like tips and tricks and stuff, like if you want me to do that, so please let me know. Yeah, so that's pretty much been that. As far as my beauty studio, it is not done yet. There has been not much progress. All the dogs are barking. What the heck? If you want to see how I got this makeup look right here, please keep on watching, and yeah, let's get started. Hey! Okay, so I've been talking way too much in this video, so let's just jump right in. I'm taking the Benefit It's Potent Eye Cream. I'm applying this under the eye and then above my eyelid area as well, just to hydrate the eye for any concealer, foundation, or powder products that we're applying on top later on, and nothing will get like cakey or anything like that. And then I'm going to take the LC Cosmetics Pro Radiance Primer, and I'm going to go ahead and just blend that all over my skin. And this is a really nice hydrating primer. I really like it. I think for all skin types it'll be really nice because it adds a really pretty luminosity to the skin without looking super shiny. I'm going to prime my eyes using the MAC Prolongwear Concealer. I believe this one is in NW20 or NC20. It's one of those. But I love using this as a primer because it already has primer in it, so it's going to make my eyeshadow last all day. And I'm taking China White from the JStar Beauty Killer palette just to set my concealer, and then any colors that we use on top to blend anything out will be nice and smooth. For my transition shade, I'm going to go ahead and take Anastasia Beverly Hills Birkin, and I'm taking a nice fluffy brush. This is a Morphe brush. I don't know the name of it. It's one of their newer ones, but a MAC 224 will be just as good. I would rather use that, to be honest, because I feel like it's fluffier and a little bit denser, so it'll deposit a lot more product. With this one I kind of had to work in a little bit, but again, just taking it back and forth into the crease, depositing most of the product on that outer corner of the eye, and then just blending it into the inner corner because I do want to make it a little bit smoky towards the outer corners of the eyes. Then I'm taking, I think this is Morroco by Anastasia Beverly Hills. The lighting makes it look a little bit more washed out, but it's a really pretty like orangey reddish brown color. On a denser brush, this is a Morphe M433. I'm just packing it on, kind of stamping it to the outer corner of the eye to deposit most of the product. And then I'll go ahead and take that Morphe brush, the big fluffy one, and just buff all that out. And then I'm going to go in with Red Sienna, or I think it's just Sienna by Anastasia as well. And then I'm just using the same technique, packing it on and stamping, and then I'm actually bringing this a little bit more further towards the middle of the lid and then just blending all of that out. Next, I'm going to take the shade Fudge, also by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is like a pretty much Anastasia makeup tutorial. I'm doing that same technique again, just packing it onto that outer corner, but this time I'm keeping it a little bit lower, not as much up into the crease. And then with whatever is left on the product, whatever is left on my brush is what I'm going to use to blend upward toward the crease, and then taking a fluffy brush and blending it out. So what I'm doing here is I've already deposited the color. Now I'm taking the brush that I had Sienna on, and I'm running that over the fudge and then towards the lid area, and then taking the big fluffy brush and just buffing out any of those edges. Going back in with China White, I'm using this to really pack on that shade all over the inner corner of the eye, because I want this part to be really nice and bright all over the lid area. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that brush and buff everything out. And then I'm going to take the Violet Voss Glitter in Champagne Kisses and the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue. This stuff is amazing. And I'm using this just on that inner tear duct area and then barely onto that inner part of the lid. Not covering up that whole bright area, but just kind of barely there. You can go more with the glitter if you want to, but I just wanted to keep it nice and subtle. I then went ahead and applied my lashes, but I skipped this part because actually I think my camera died or something happened here and it just didn't film the whole thing. Next, I'm going to be taking the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation in NC20. I only had whatever was left in my little sample jar because I completely ran out of this foundation. And I just dotted it all over the face, and then taking my Morphe Beauty Sponge and buffing this out. I love this foundation so much for a really flawless finish on the skin and a good medium to full coverage. It's become my new favorite foundation, and I'm completely obsessed with it. I'm going to go ahead and take the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector Concealer. This is the best color correcting concealer I've ever used, and I'm just using my finger to buff this out under the eye. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with my regular concealer right on top, and that concealer is going to be this Master Conceal by Maybelline. This is actually the first time that I'm using this concealer, and I really, really liked it. I feel like it's actually pretty comparable to the MAC Prolongwear, but it just has a little less coverage, so it's buildable. It's nice. I'm using this to highlight all over the eye, under the eye area, and then just the center of my nose, the cupid's bow, the chin, as well as the forehead area. And this is just to add some lightness back to my face and just to bring a little bit more dimension back, because once you go in with just flat out foundation, the face doesn't really have much shape to it. So once you use highlight to really bring out the features that you want, and then the contour to kind of make everything look shallow, it kind of adds more dimensions to the skin. I'm buffing this out, and then this clip actually got deleted as well, or it stopped recording or something like that happened. So now I'm just setting everything. So I set my under eye with the RCMA No Color Powder, and then my face with MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. And then I'm going to go ahead and contour using the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit, and I'm using an R8 brush by Morphe just to chisel out the cheekbones, a little bit of the sides of the temples, and then I do want to bring it down my neck as well. And then I'm going in with blush. I'm using the Luminoso blush by Milani Cosmetics and a Morphe E4 brush. I'm kind of packing it on a little bit today just because I find that my blush is like the first makeup product on my face to fade away, so I'm putting on a little bit more than usual. And then the Bobbi Brown Shimmering Stick, I believe, or Shimmer Stick, Shimmer Brick, I believe this is in the shade Light Beige. And this is obviously to highlight the cheekbones. So I'm taking a Morphe 310 brush, I believe, and I'm using that just to pack on all the product to the sides of my face. For my lips, I'm taking the Makeup Forever 3C lip liner, and then I went ahead and took MAC Cosmetics Kinda Sexy lipstick, as well as the Kylie Cosmetics So Cute lip gloss. And that completes this look. I didn't really have an outro for this video, so here it is. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please follow me on all my social media. I do have Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat. I'll link that all down below, and I'll also have a little bubble to pop up here or here. One of these places it'll pop up. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah,